What's going on, beautiful souls? Welcome back to another journey of discovery, faith, and healing. If you're new here, you're in the right place. A place where we dive deep and confront the unseen battles that may have held your family down for generations. Today, we're talking about something heavy, something many of you feel in your bones: generational curses. Let's get into it. If you're here today, watching this, there's a reason. You're not just anyone. You're the generational cursebreaker in your family. Out of everyone, God looked upon you, saw your strength, your resilience, and He knew you were the one who could do it. But understand this: being chosen to break these chains is no easy walk. It's filled with pain, struggle, and relentless spiritual warfare that sometimes makes you wonder if you can carry on. A generational curse is like a shadow cast over a family, a lingering darkness passed down from one generation to the next. It could be patterns of poverty, addiction, broken relationships, sickness, or endless struggle. These curses often have a spiritual root, something deeper than mere misfortune. They are set in motion by actions or energies that keep families bound, unable to rise fully, unable to reach their God-given potential. Picture this: your ancestors may have unknowingly dabbled in things that brought darkness into your bloodline. It could have been decisions made out of desperation or fear. Perhaps they turned to practices not rooted in God, or there were evil forces waiting to latch on. Whatever the origin, these curses have woven themselves into the fabric of your family, showing up in different forms, generation after generation. You may feel it in your life right now, like a weight, an unseen force pushing against every step you try to take forward. It feels like you're fighting a battle that began long before you were born. And in a way, you are. You're carrying the weight of past mistakes, unfinished battles, and unresolved pain. It's a burden, and Satan wants you to feel crushed under it. But don't forget, God chose you because He knew you have what it takes. Generational curses can manifest in so many ways. Sometimes they show up as cycles of addiction, where no matter how much someone tries to change, they keep slipping back. Or maybe it's a cycle of broken relationships, divorce after divorce, betrayal after betrayal, each generation struggling to find love and keep it. Sometimes it's poverty. No matter how hard anyone works, it feels like they can never make ends meet. And it's not just about finances. It's a scarcity mindset that keeps people stuck, feeling like they'll never have enough. You might see it as sickness that doctors can't explain, illnesses that pass down from one generation to the next. Depression, anxiety, a constant sense of heaviness. These things can be signs of generational curses too. Or it might look like a family where anger and violence are woven into the daily fabric, where peace is a stranger and conflict is constant. All of these are signs that something spiritual is at work, something that doesn't want your family to be free, to be whole, to be healed. Now, let's talk about why God chose you for this mission. It's not random. It's not a coincidence. God saw the battles in your family line, the heartbreak, the pain, and He decided that enough was enough. He looked down and said, This one can handle it. Out of everyone, He chose you to be the one to break the cycle, to confront the darkness head-on, and to finally put an end to it. But here's the thing: Satan knows this too. He knows that if you succeed, he'll lose his grip on your family. That's why the attacks are relentless. That's why you feel like every step forward comes with 10 steps back. Every time you get a glimpse of victory, here comes another wave of obstacles, setbacks, disappointments. It's all designed to make you give up, because Satan knows you are capable of breaking these chains. You are the warrior, the fighter, the one carrying the torch to bring your family out of the darkness. And because of this, the enemy will use every trick in the book, lies, discouragement, fear, to try to hold you down. But remember, the reason the attacks are so fierce is because you're getting closer to victory. Satan wouldn't be fighting this hard if he didn't know that his time is running out. As you stand on the edge of breaking this generational curse, know this: the forces of darkness are watching. The devil, witches, and those who practice evil are aware of your steps toward freedom. They see the strength you're summoning, the power that God has placed within you, and they know it's a threat. They know that if you break free, if you rise above, their grip on your family is shattered forever. So, don't be surprised if the attacks intensify. Expect resistance, expect interference, because darkness does not let go easily. Witches, warlocks, and evil spirits may try to sow seeds of confusion, doubt, and despair. They may try to influence your thoughts to make you feel like you're powerless, that this battle is too big for you. They'll send distractions, frustrations, and obstacles to shake your faith, hoping that you'll turn back. They may attack your dreams, your health, or even stir conflict within your family to keep you from progressing. These forces will whisper lies to weaken your resolve, trying to convince you that God has left you, that this fight is pointless. But these are nothing more than desperate attempts to hold onto the chains you're breaking. Why does God allow this? Because He is building something within you, a strength, a resilience, and a faith that cannot be shaken. This struggle is refining you, purifying you, turning you into the warrior He has called you to be. God is allowing the darkness to try its hardest because He knows it will not succeed. He knows that in this fire, your spirit is growing stronger, your faith more powerful, and your trust in Him unbreakable. Understand that God is with you, guiding you, protecting you. These battles are a testament to the impact of your victory. The devil would not fight this hard if you weren't close to freedom. Stand firm. For every attack, God is raising a shield around you, empowering you with His Spirit and preparing you for the ultimate victory. Darkness cannot withstand the light that God is bringing through you. This journey is the path to a freedom so complete, so divine, that no curse, no witchcraft, and no devil can hold you back. I know that acknowledging this struggle, facing it head-on, can feel like a heavy burden. The pain you've felt, the tears you've cried, they are all part of this journey. It's okay to feel weary. It's okay to feel weak sometimes. This path isn't easy, but let me remind you, you're not alone in this. God is walking with you every step of the way. Don't ignore the pain, but don't let it define you. You are more than the struggles you face. This suffering is temporary, but the freedom you are fighting for is eternal. God never promised it would be easy, but He did promise that He would never leave you or forsake you. Cling to that promise when the nights feel dark, when the battles rage, and when you feel like you're reaching your limit. I want you to think back. Think about the times you felt lost, like there was no way out. Remember the moments when it felt like you were drowning, and no matter how hard you tried, you couldn't get your head above water. Those times when you cried out to God, "Why is this happening to me?" You've been there in that dark valley, feeling like every step forward was met with a pushback, like you couldn't make progress no matter how hard you tried. Maybe you felt angry, wondering why God would allow you to go through so much. Or maybe you felt exhausted, questioning if you even have the strength to keep fighting. These feelings are valid, my friend. You've been carrying a battle that's not just your own. You're fighting for the freedom of your entire bloodline. But remember this: every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of pain is not in vain. God sees you, and He has a plan. Now let's talk about where you're going. You're on a journey towards ultimate victory. A victory so profound that it will echo for generations. Imagine waking up one day and feeling a lightness you've never felt before. Imagine feeling joy, peace, and freedom, not just for a moment, but as your new reality. That's what awaits you on the other side of this battle. When this curse is broken, you'll stand on a foundation that your children, your grandchildren, and every generation after you will build upon. They won't have to carry this weight because you did the work. You faced the darkness so they could walk in the light. And that, my friend, is a legacy worth fighting for. Your victory will be their freedom, and your strength will be their inheritance. So how do you get there? How do you keep moving forward when the weight feels unbearable? First, you need to stay rooted in God. There is no strength apart from Him. Your faith, your commitment to God, these are your weapons. The enemy will try to tell you that you're not strong enough, that you're not worthy, that you can't break these curses. But stand firm in the truth that God has chosen you because He knows you can. And remember, this battle requires endurance. This isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Take it one day at a time. On the hard days, remind yourself that every step you take is a step closer to freedom. Every prayer, every moment you spend in God's presence strengthens you and weakens the curse that's been hanging over your family. Let's get practical here. Breaking a generational curse isn't just about spiritual warfare. It's also about making changes in the way you live your life. Here are a few things you can start doing today. Stay committed to prayer. Prayer is your lifeline. Don't just pray for God to take away the curse. Pray for strength, wisdom, and guidance. Pray like it's already broken, like the chains are already gone, because faith moves mountains. Forgive and let go. One of the ways curses gain power is through unforgiveness. Holding on to bitterness, resentment, and anger only keeps you in chains. Ask God to help you forgive those who hurt you and release that burden. This doesn't mean you condone what they did, but it means you refuse to let it control you any longer. Speak life over your family. Words have power. Every day, speak blessings over yourself and your family. Say things like, "I am free. My family is free. We are blessed. We walk in God's favor." Declare victory even before you see it, because your words are planting seeds for the future. Break ties with dark practices. If there's anything in your life that aligns with darkness, let it go. This includes superstitions, objects, or practices that have no place in a life dedicated to God. Purify your environment, your habits, your mind. Create a space where God's light can dwell without interference. Stay vigilant against attacks. The enemy will not give up easily. He will try to distract you, discourage you, and make you doubt yourself. Be aware of his tactics and don't fall for his traps. When you feel attacked, remember, this is confirmation that you are doing something powerful. There's a strength within you that you may not even realize. It's the strength of generations before you who fought battles of their own. It's the strength of a God who breathed life into you and called you to be the curse breaker. This strength is not from the world, it's divine. It's a power that can only come from walking with God. Lean into that strength. Let it be your anchor. When the storms come, remind yourself that you are standing on a foundation that cannot be shaken. You are a warrior, a fighter, and you have been equipped with everything you need to overcome. I want you to close your eyes and imagine a future where this curse is broken. Imagine waking up with a lightness in your heart, a peace that surpasses all understanding. Imagine your family walking in blessings, in freedom, in joy. Imagine children who don't have to carry the weight you did, who are free to pursue their dreams without the chains of the past holding them back. That future is possible. That future is what God has in store for you. But to get there, you must stay strong, stay faithful, and keep fighting. Don't let the enemy steal this victory from you. This battle is already won in the spiritual realm. You just have to keep moving forward until it manifests here on earth. To every one of you watching this, I want you to know that I am proud of you. You are not forgotten. You are seen, you are loved, and you are chosen. Chosen to break the curses that others could not. Chosen to set a new path for your family. Chosen to be the one who said, "This ends here." Don't give up. Keep pressing forward. Every time you feel like giving up, remember why you started. Remember who you're fighting for, and remember that God is fighting for you too. He is your strength when you have none left. He is your shield, your protector, your guide. Trust in him, and you will see victory.